Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim Special Edition. Well, first things first, we're going to go ahead and change our sound volume up a little bit. And crank the voice. Lower the effects and footsteps a bit. And we'll see how that works for a bit. And we can just hear the music, which I love the music in this game. But for purposes of this, we need to hear the dialogue a little bit better. Oh, and on that note, turn on the subtitles for those who can't hear this at all. Of course, then again, they can't hear me either, so,
See that ruin up there? Bleak Falls, Barrow. I never understood how my sister could stand living in the shadow of that place. I guess you get used to it.
And yeah, I love how, even though we get this whole line about, well, we should split up, they have a whole conversation thread for if you don't split up. But hey, it's dangerous to go alone. Take this with you. And I don't know why we're not getting the subtitles. Oh, need to click General Subtitles. There we go.
The dragon is still flying around here somewhere? We'd better keep moving. I don't want to run into any Imperials who know what happened at Helgen.
And conveniently,
these are the Guardian Stones. 3 of the 13 ancient standing stones that dot Skyrim's landscape. Go ahead, see for yourself.
now it's awfully convenient that we run into this right here. Particularly given that these 3 particular stones correspond to the 3 pathways through the game. We've got the warrior, the mage, and the thief stone. And choosing one of these will give you bonuses to certain abilities and allow you to level them up faster. In this case, well, I'm Matthias the Dastard. Which one do you think I'm going to take? Those under the sign of the thief will learn all stealth skills 20% faster. You only have 1 blessing at a time. Well, there's some tricksy stuff that lets you have 2 at a time, but we're not going to get to that for a while.
Thief, eh? It's never too late to take charge of your own fate, you know.
It's also never too late to pickpockets and backstab. Well, speaking of which, we probably should get melee weapon handy. Because there is at least one scripted ambush.
Territory. If we're ahead of the news from Helgen, we should be fine. As long as we don't do anything stupid. If we run into any Imperials, just let me do the talking, alright?
No Imperials, but we are about to run into a wolf. So we've got wolf pelt, and wolf pelt. Oddly enough, the first time I played this, I had one that had a wolf pelt and a silver ring. What? I'm a bold Viking warrior. I can pick flowers if I want to.
I'm glad you decided to come with me. We're almost to Riverwood.
And some thistles and some blue flowers. Yep, there's a village in the distance. But first things first. And I'm also going to eat this strange mushroom I found on the ground. Hey, that one restores magic.
Looks like nobody here knows what happened yet. Come on. Gerda's probably working in her lumber mill.
I saw a dragon.
What? What is it now, Mother?
It was as big as the mountain and black as night. It flew right over the Barrow.
Dragons now, is it? Please, Mother. If you keep on like this, everyone in town will think you're crazy. And I've got better things to do than listen to more of your fantasies.
You'll see. It was a dragon. It'll kill us all, and then you'll believe me.
Yep, that'd be,
Talking to Sven? Maybe not. Maybe... Never mind. But I would stay away from him if I were you.
Well, I was not
Riverwood's
talking to him,
agreeable
actually.
enough, I suppose. For a Nord village. He's a bard, so he says. Occasionally, he finds time to do his job here at the mill. Thinks his ballads and sonnets are going to convince Camilla Valerius to marry him. As if she would say yes. An intelligent, beautiful woman like her wouldn't fall for that nonsense. I hope.
What is it, woman?
You hope?
Again?
Doesn't sound very sure.
I've been thinking. Maybe Camilla needs a little help seeing Sven for what he is. Could you give her this letter and say it's from Sven? I think I've matched that Nord's lack of cleverness perfectly. Farewell.
And yeah, I think I just missed the first conversation over here, but oddly enough, I was still able to hear the start of it.
Go and watch the South Road. Come find us if you see any Imperial soldiers coming.
Aw, Mama. I want to stay and talk with Uncle Raila.
Look at you. Almost a grown man. Won't be long before you'll be joining the fight yourself.
That's right. Don't worry, Uncle Raila. I won't let those soldiers sneak up on you.
Now, Raila, what's going on? You two look pretty well done in. I can't remember when I last slept. Where to start? Well, the news you heard about Ulfric was true. The Imperials ambushed us outside Darkwater Crossing. Like they knew exactly where we'd be. That was 2 days ago now. We stopped in Helgen this morning, and I thought it was all over. Had us lined up to the headsman's block and ready to start chopping.
The cowards.
They wouldn't dare give Ulfric a fair trial. Treason for fighting for your own people. All of Skyrim would have seen the truth then. But then, out of nowhere, a dragon attacked.
You don't mean a real, live...
I can hardly believe it myself. And I was there. As strange as it sounds, we'd be dead if not for that dragon. In the confusion, we managed to slip away. Are we really the first to make it to Riverwood?
Nobody else has come up the South Road today, as far as I know.
Good. Maybe we can lay up for a while. I hate to put your family in danger, Gerda, but...
Nonsense. You and your friend are welcome to stay here as long as you need to. Let me worry about the Imperials. Any friend of Railov's is a friend of mine. Here's the key to the house. Stay as long as you like. If there is anything else you need, just let me know.
Anything? Well, she's got a fair bit of gear on her to begin with.
There is something you could do for me. For all of us here. The Jarl needs to know if there's a dragon on the loose. Riverwood is defenseless. We need to get word to Jarl Balgruuf in Whiterun to send whatever troops he can. If you'll do that for me, I'll be in your debt.
Thanks, sister. I knew we could count on you.
I ought to get back to work before I'm missed, but did anyone else escape? Did Ulfric?
Don't worry. I'm sure he made it out. It'll take more than a dragon to stop Ulfric's Stormcloak. I'll let them into the house and, you know, show them where everything is.
Help them drink up our mead, you mean? Good luck, brother. I'll see you later.
Don't worry about me. I know how to lay low.
But, yeah, that conversation we had with Findell the Elf here is probably the first quest that we run into that isn't part of the main storyline. See, both he and Sven the Bard are romancing the same lady, who is the sister of the man who runs the general store here in Riverwood. And depending upon which one of them you talk to first, they will give you an option to take a love letter written by the other one to her to persuade her that that the other guy is not the right one for her. Of course, you can tell her the truth, at which point she'll fall for the other guy, and you lose the other one forever as a contact. Now, the first time I played through this, I helped Sven out just because, well, he is a bard, and bards are awesome. I found out later, though, that that's not necessarily the best tack to take, because Findell is one of the first trainers that you meet, and he can let you build your archery skill up to 50. But Sven is a fairly capable fighter. Of course, so is Findell, so really your choice comes down to how quickly do you want to level your archery up. But yes, here we are, safely in home. And we can actually take almost everything in this house, as we are now an honored guest. And they did say, take what you need. But I'm already overburdened as it
I
is.
hope to see you in Windhelm. Good luck. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Just head north. Can't miss it. It's the capital of Whiterun Hold. Jarl Balgruuf still hasn't declared for one side or the other. So at least you won't run into any Imperials along the way.
Actually, you can run into Imperial soldiers on the way.
Rest up here a while before heading to Windhelm. Be careful.
Yeah, they weren't kidding about drinking the meat up.
So you saw a dragon, did you? Tell me, what was it like? As big as a house?
Much bigger than that, as big as the inn.
Well, I'll be. That'd be a sight to see. Not that I actually want to see one, understand. I hope that dragon stays far away from here.
Well, we'll come back to loot this place later. But first we need to unburden ourselves of some of the loot and swag that we took off the Imperials. And while I probably won't do it before I complete the main storyline for this playthrough, I'm definitely more inclined toward the Stormcloaks than the Imperials. The reason being that, well, the Imperial jackasses tried killing me. I kind of take that personal. Now, of course, things are not quite that simple in the game, and the more you delve into the story, you'll discover that the Imperials actually do have a pretty darn good reason for trying to partner with the High Elves, the Thalmor.
My father is Alvor, the blacksmith. I'm his assistant. I mean apprentice. Someday, I'm going to forge my own sword.
And then, of course, you have the problem that the some of the Stormcloak members are, racist lunatics who are, less concerned with fighting the, for the freedom of their people and more concerned with striking out against everybody who looks different. Gee, that's not metaphorical for anything at all, is it? But anyway, we'll go ahead and explore that as it comes up, but just know that early on my sympathies are mostly with the Stormcloaks, despite some of the membership being a wee bit on the extremist lunatic fringe.
Ain't every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
And Alvar here is oddly pretty firmly an Imperial, yet he will say nothing about me wearing Stormcloak armor.
You looking for a new blade? I see no harm in it, if you have the skill. The grindstone will improve your weapons. Use the table to improve your armor. If you've got the raw materials, you can use the forge to make something new. Gerder's family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She and Hod run the mill. I make a decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill. Take a look.
And note that unless you get certain perks, the vendors will not allow you to sell items that aren't relevant to them Now, I'm not going to need that much leather, but I am going to try and make myself something a little bit less conspicuous than the Stormcloak armor. And
yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Until next time.
Alright, so this is a nice little introduction to the smithing system. So we'll go and do iron dagger.
Not bad. Reminds me when I first started smithing. Iron or steel is what you need. Leave that fancy elven stuff to the elves. Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Mm-hmm. Whatever you need. This looks good. You put time into your blades. They'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Until next time.
And yeah, we can use the tanning rack to take any furs that we find to transform them into leather. Of course, we have those wolf pelts.
I could forge you a warhammer. Ah, good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps, fittings, that kind of thing. Let's see if you can make a hide helmet. Here's the rest of what you need. Until next time.
Okay, we'll go ahead and hide. Helmet. I think he just ran off to go have dinner.
Iron. Huh. I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Mm-hmm.
Of course, every time you improve something, it also enables you to improve your smithing skill. Of course, since nobody's watching. Ah, heck. Don't know who saw that. Well, no sense in wasting time. And while I am actually going to need some more lever to fix this up, but I did at least get the important and less conspicuous bits put together.
You looking for a new blade? You have talent. Keep working at your craft, and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you'll remember me when you're making Skyforged steel, huh?
Yeah, awfully generous of him, letting us have this for free after we did all the work.
All right, then.
And yeah, curiously enough, he doesn't seem to have noticed the theft. And there aren't any guards walking around the city to complain about it. So let's go and unload the rest of our loot.
I said no. No adventures, no theatrics, no thief chasing.
Well, what are you going to do then, huh? Let's hear it.
We are done talking about this. Oh, a customer. Sorry you had to hear that.
Now, Camilla here is the lady that Sven and Findell are both pining over.
Maybe you're a strapping young man. Don't be a stranger.
And yeah, you actually have the option of romancing her yourself, but I have eyes on a different lady for later on when we start seeking romance.
Another poem, I bet. He does know how to make a girl blush. What's this? If that oaf thinks all I'm going to do is stay in that filthy house of his and clean, You can tell Sven that he already has a mother. I'm not speaking to him anymore. I'd better get going.
So, yeah.
You're not from around here. That makes two of us. I came here from the Imperial Province to work with my brother, Lucan. It got bad back in Cyrodiil. The war with the Thalmor ruined everything. I came to Skyrim looking for a better life. So what did I get? Another war. Maybe you could talk some sense into my pig-headed brother.
Let's see.
I don't know what you overheard, but the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop. The Riverwood Trader is everything you need in a general store. Yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You could? I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if you're going to get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town. Yes. So now you don't have to go, do you?
Oh, really? Well, I think your new helper here needs a guide.
No, by the 8, fine. But only to the edge of town. Show those thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
And we'll go ahead and unload the rest of our inventory. All the stuff we don't need. Ooh, Ring of Minor Archery. Where did I pick that up? Definitely need the potions. Should be fine with the daggers and the longbow. Go ahead and ditch all this food. And the rest of this could come in handy.
Till next time.
We have to go through town and across the bridge to get to Bleak Falls Barrow. You can see it from here, though. The mountain just over the buildings. Those thieves must be mad hiding out there. Those old crypts are filled with nothing but traps, trolls, and who knows what else. This way.
And, just gonna stand there then. Ah, I think she got stuck on something there.
This way.
Okay, well, thankfully I know the way to Bleak Falls Barrow, so we can just run on ahead of her. And is she following? Okay, now she's coming.
We have plenty of things in the shop that are worth just as much coin. Lucan found the claw about a year after he opened the store. He never quite explained where he got it. He's a tricky one. This is the bridge out of town. The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child. Mara bless you for agreeing to help us. Well, it's a winding road up the mountain just ahead. You'll know you're in the right place once you spot the old watchtower. Once you get to the tower, head north. Bleak Falls Barrow should be just around the corner further up. Good luck. Lucan and I will be waiting for you back in the shop.
Okay, well, we're not going to go running up there in the middle of the night. Not that I can't make the journey, but got one more bit of business I want to attend to in town. And getting a good night's sleep could only help.
Are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon.
You're kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
Findell thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Ah, word has not spread yet.
Truly? So maybe my mother isn't crazy after all. You had best tell the Jarl in Whiterun. He needs to know about this. Lucan's got a little bit of everything at the Riverwood Trader. If you need weapons or armor, see Alvor, the blacksmith. At the Bard's College in Solitude, they train bards and skalds like myself. If you go there, talk to Viarmo. He's the headmaster. Sure. What can I do for you? Ah, a fine but bloody tale. I can do that one.
Yes?
Well, I had thought that Findell would be here in the end because all the characters do have a schedule that they follow, and most everybody does come to the tavern at the end of the day.
You're that visitor been poking around. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War's only going to get worse now. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Now I think it's high time that you lie down and bleed. And so then came clashing and slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda charged in full of zeal.
Okay, I guess that is not my room.
And the braggart named Ragnar was
Is this my room? That is not my room. Which one of these is my room? Haha! No wonder everybody's gone to bed. It's nearly midnight. And yeah, once Sven learns what's happened, he'll refuse to talk to us anymore. And yes, we are now well rested.
Findell thinks he can woo Camilla Valerius away from me. She's already mine, I keep telling him.
Yeah, well, we need to find Findell. And he should be around the mill somewhere, but it just occurred to me, what's the point of me having a quest journal?
By sure, what do you want? It's my boy Sven you need to listen to. He sings at the inn most every night.
Ah, there he is.
Riverwood's agreeable enough, I suppose. I appreciate your help. Please, take this. Some gold I've saved up from working at the mill.
And now that we have won his friendship,
Lead the way.
we now have ourselves a traveling companion to go and investigate the Barrow. Not that we need it, the fight isn't that difficult, but Findell does have a lot to offer us in one respect. Apart from increasing our archery skill, he can also carry our junk.
I've got your back. I'll show you what I know. I'll head back home if you need me. Divine smile on you, friend. Lead the way.
Yeah, I see that they have still not fixed the problem where the your conversation options, it can be tricky to highlight the one you want after you scroll too far down the list. But at any rate, we have a quest, we have a boon companion, and it looks like rain. But this strikes me as being a good point to stop the adventure for now, and next time we shall tackle Bleak Falls Barrow. We shall see you then.